There is a saying that first you define the architecture, but then the architecture defines you. And there's pretty much truth in that. The working environment, the physical workspace, has much effect on how you work, how you collaborate, and so on. And I've seen a lot of debates going on for this topic, and you really can see there's much difference between buildings that were built in this century compared to offices that were designed and built in the last century. And we see office spaces which are more open and so on. And there's a constant debate about what's the right thing. Should we design workspace in a more open way or in a more old-fashioned way, so having small cells? The clear answer is that it always must be a combination. And I came across a very interesting idea that was described in a book called The Architecture of Innovation. And there was a picture in that really struck with me. So there was the idea that the ideal setting is pretty much like a monastery. Now you might be surprised, why a monastery? In these times when these monasteries were built, they always took care that you have different rooms, and that's quite interesting. So when you look at the floor plan of this monastery, it's somewhere in Germany in the south, it's in Blaubeuren, you see that there is room, for instance, for work and encounter. This is where people really work, where people meet. That's the social sphere, so to speak. But you also have room for inspiration. That was the church. So this is not something that we have in most organizations, room for inspiration. So that's why maybe we go to conferences, congresses, or something like this. And the third thing is room for retreat and concentration. These are these small cells where you can be focused on one thing, where you can do the cognitive hard work. And I really like this picture because that's a blueprint for modern workspace design. So it's probably good to have all these things, and in the same time give the people a choice. So if you have these two, then you're in a good situation, I guess.